Hey, beautiful people. How's it going? Michael Wright here.
And I'm Nick Dangeli, and welcome to the Doesn't Make the Cut podcast. If you're new here, we're an Indigenous film TV review podcast that you can only watch on YouTube. Listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
I'm working in the film industry when I have the time. I'm assistant director, sometimes producer, PA, kind of a jack of all trades, except for camera. I stay the hell away from that shit.
Jack of all trades, Mike. And in the film industry, I'm an actor, I'm a model, I'm a film director, and screenwriter with my own production company, Dangeli Productions.
If you feel that we are worthy and enjoy the content, please like, comment, subscribe, share. You have no idea how much that helps the channel.
And we would like to acknowledge that we're bringing this podcast to you on the traditional unceded Coast Salish territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. We thank our Coast Salish relatives for allowing us to live, work, and podcast in their traditional territory.
In today's episode, we are talking about The Boys, but before we do that, some minor business we do have to discuss. So, there's going to be a minor change in the format. We are going to be doing mid-season reviews and season reviews just because it makes it a little easier on us. When this becomes a full-time gig, obviously there will be like an episode-by-episode review, but as of right now, we're a very small channel. We have busy schedules, so unfortunately the episode-by-episode reviews won't be a thing, not for a while at least.
Yeah, not for a while, especially with you know, like you said, like with very so many shows going on. So many shows, so many amazing content that we want to be able to make sure that we can touch us. So many amazing shows and content that we want to be able to review and go over, and also for you guys to check it out as well, so we can have a big old conversation about it.
Yeah. But with that out of the way, without further ado. Boys Season 3, we are late to the party, but life happens, and overall, once again, at this point, we're pretty sure everyone else watched it already, so we'll probably just dive right into spoilers. I'm trying to figure out any negatives, any cons, and honestly, like I can't really think of too much, like. I'm trying to think. I'm just like I'm not sure. Like the series isn't flawless. If I do recall, I was a little frustrated with a few parts. If I were to give any critique, is maybe Frenchie's storyline. Like I wasn't really feeling his storyline at all. Like I would have went on with I would have enjoyed it if his subplot there was just a little trimmed down.
Yeah, no, I'm in agreement with you there, man. His storyline was kind of just a little bit in and out.
Yeah, it really did feel like filler, which is a shame. Which is a shame because I actually do like Frenchie, but his storyline just like it kind of didn't go anywhere, but it kind of did. Like it's in that fine line of it was important, but it wasn't important.
Yeah, exactly. I think it helped with maybe like a couple plot points, but it wasn't nothing major, except him going on a little bit of a darker route for himself for a bit there.
But aside from that, like I can't think of any negatives. Like, well, I enjoyed the series overall. Like, The Boys is one of those seasons that just progressively keeps getting better and better, and they keep raising the bar so freaking high that makes me wonder how are they going to top season 4.
Oh man, that's kind of been the thing too, man. Every time we think like they made it to a certain level, and then they just surpass that the following season. Like it's been an insane ride. Like, yeah, I'm trying to think of any little critiques I have for it. I think just one of the big ones that I do have kind of in a sense. It's kind of towards the end when Maeve is alive.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, because like we've seen her.
Like it kind of cheapened her quote unquote death, but yeah, like I guess like that's another. I do want to bounce off what you're saying. It felt like there was no real consequences because quite a few people did survive and things turned out okay to an extent. Obviously, like there's going to be a drastic change in Homelander for season 4, but anyways, I'll let you talk.
No, and that's kind of what I was gonna get at there too. Is like, overall the season was good, but you're right. Like towards the end, like there was a big ol' fight that we were all expecting was gonna happen, but then the aftermath of it, like it didn't really feel like no peace that was gone. I mean, we did like Black Noir got messed up. People are speculating that they still might, because he is in he's in a mask and no one knows his identity, that they could just play somebody else in the Black Noir outfit, kind of like a Captain America. Anyway, like there's pieces in there that I thought were gonna have a little bit of a bigger payoff, but overall that didn't really take away from the overall experience of the rest of the season, because there was amazing things that happened. I mean, dude, the casting, and I'm so glad we were able to see more of Soldier Boy in there, because damn, this guy was freaking crazy. And the storyline of him being a father of Homelander was a crazy twist I did not see.
Me neither. What's his name again? Jensen something? So with an H?
Jensen
Ackles. Okay. He was a sleeper hit for me, because when I see that actor, all I see is the dude from Supernatural. But I think, granted, I've never seen an episode of Supernatural. It really has been on my list. But he did a surprisingly good job. Like he was fairly layered. Like you can tell, like he did actually feel sorry that he killed a bunch of people when he went nuclear and just blew a bunch of people up, and other times you can see that he's just a genuine dick.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like definitely can see where Homelander gets it.
Soldier Boy says that you're a big disappointment, and like in a previous scene he mentions that his father said the same thing, and it really is a vicious cycle. And we see that Homelander, as a father, you can actually see that he actually cares about the damn kid, where I'm like, oh, you actually want to be a father. That's kind of sweet. So, I mean, you're probably going to fuck the kid up, but it's still sweet that you want to try to be there for your son.
Oh, as he already did towards that freaking terrifying ending, man, where he just exploded a guy, and then you see his
people
son,
still cheered.
Yeah, people still cheered, and like his son's reaction to that, like where they got their powers are insane, and the fact that he's gonna be showing Ryan all this stuff, like it's gonna really, I don't know, it's definitely gonna change a lot for season 4 on all that, and it's something, and it's a route too that Billy didn't want Ryan to go into, and because of what Billy's wife wanted for him in season 2. And so it's gonna be very interesting how things play off in future in season 4. But man, the action in this whole series it was up there, man. It was up there. It was some crazy shit happened.
Crazy shit from Huey taking temporary compound V along with Bill. Like, there's a lot of twists and turns into this series, and even Kimiko losing her powers, and just like, I think that's why the show just remains so fresh. Is that you think it's gonna go this way, but it does a complete left turn, and like, whoa, okay, never mind.
Yeah, and it creates like a nuance, and just like, able to, and that's the whole scope of the boys themselves, is taking that twist into this day and age where we have so many superhero content, and things that are adapted into from comic books and graphic novels, and that's, I really cannot wait to get the graphic novel of the boys, because I want to dive in a bit more of their lore. But one of the crazy things in the series was the Heroghasm episode.
Yeah.
Dude, man. I knew they were gonna do some crazy shit. I thought those beginning episodes with what's his name, the termite guy. Like, I thought that was going pretty up there, but they went full force in that episode.
They are uncompromising in making people squeamish. Like, one thing's for sure, like, I don't plan on watching this one with my parents. Like, I'm not sure if I would ever do that.
Mike, you can be honest, man. That one was your favorite episode.
It was my second favorite episode. If I were to say, my other favorite is probably episode 7. I think it's just because, like, we see like the Black Noir's psyche, and it's kind of sad seeing like seeing that where his mentality is. Like, the only way that he can cope with any of the shit is that he has to imagine these cartoon characters, and I think it's kind of sad that that's how lonely Black Noir is.
Yeah, dude. Like that, because I know when we were first reviewing this season, that was one of my critiques, was I wanted to see more Black Noir and Maeve, and they totally took that 360 towards the latter half of the season, and we were able to see that. And yeah, absolutely, like it made me really feel for Black Noir, and from those couple episodes, like, I really wanted him to have that sense of that he was gonna finally go up and take on Soldier Boy, and then Homelander just messes him up, literally rips his guts apart. And yeah, like, it was just it just made you feel for these characters, even when they're complete assholes. Like, they find those ways to make you feel for them. And
like even A-Train, like, like season 1, you just loathe A-Train just because what he did to Huey, and we do see like A-Train, like, with him, is like one step forward but 2 steps back, and his progression of trying to be a human being.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we were able to see them have that interaction. I think that was the biggest thing that when Huey was taking that temporary V, he was able to. He finally felt like he could go up against A-Train, and even A-Train had the moment. He was dealing with his own shit, but he was trying to right his wrongs.
Yeah, it's kind of like when someone confronts their high school bully, and the high school bully is like, yeah, I know, I'm sorry, I was a piece of shit, and then you're like, oh, well, now I feel like a piece of shit because that made you feel bad.
Exactly. Like, it's crazy. You know, I legit thought A-Train was gonna die when he messed up the other guy, when he dragged him on the...
Right, something Hawk. What's his name? Blue Hawk.
Blue Hawk, yeah. The racist.
I never actually really thought of, like, what if Flash actually did drag a motherfucker, and, well, we saw what happened. It's this really gruesome scene, and just, like... And once again, the boys does not pull the punches with the gore, and it's both refreshing, but at the same time, sometimes it does catch me off guard. The biggest one is when Termite's in what's his dick's pee hole, and just like, and that whole shit looks real, and just like it's making me squeamish. And like, and I like to think that I'm fairly desensitized, but when I see shit like that, I'm just like, ugh, I just shudder.
Yeah, exactly, man. We don't shy away, and you know, even like the strong character development in this, like with Starlight, you know, with Mother's Milk, like, you know, I felt like we were able to reach them on a whole new level, you know, especially with their own individual stories, and the fact too, like, they were pulling out some big guns, and like they did not shy away from their own thoughts and opinions, and even if that was gonna literally get them torn apart, that they stood up and they saw what was wrong. You know, that towards the end of was it episode 6 when Starlight just finally just came out about, you know, Homelander and Vought, and just made that viral video. Like, it made me feel like, you know, that, you know, some messed up terrible things were gonna come to them, but they were able to surpass them. And, you know, it was like, it was a nice way, you know, seeing that not all of the people in this show, as terrible as a lot of them can be, have that light, and then have that heart in them to go with the good.
Yeah, like I think the best example of this is Homelander. Like, early on, obviously we know his track record. Like, he's not a pleasant human being. But early on in this season, you can't help but feel sorry for him. We're just like, you're kind of a garbage human being, but I'm actually feeling sorry for you. Yeah. And then other times he reminds you that, and you're being a dick again. But I love that you're a dick, because a show is only as good as its villain.
That is true. That is very true. That is very true. And yeah, I mean, he had a taste of his own blood. That amazing fight. That amazing fucking fight, dude, between Homelander, Soldier Boy, and Billy the Butcher. Oh, man. Dude.
No, it was...
I was getting so hyped with that one.
Yeah, like, Soldier Boy turned out to be, again, he was a sleeper hit for me. Like, I didn't know what to expect from him. All I knew is, like, there was a lot of hype and a lot of talk around Soldier Boy, and I already knew, like, he's gonna play a big role later on, and no, like, I got what I wanted. At the end of the day, like, I got what I want from the series. Like, it's so entertaining, and I almost went back to rewatch everything all over again just because I love this series that much. But I think I'll wait before season 4 comes out to rewatch everything again.
Dude, speaking of season 4, I just saw that Jeffrey Dean Morgan is going to be a part of the season 4 cast.
Sorry, who's that?
Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Negan. The comedian.
No shit.
Yeah.
Was he gonna play like a Batman or something? Like a Batman knockoff,
man. Or like a Flashpoint?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that would be crazy.
That'd be super meta if that was the case.
Dude, man, that is I saw that earlier today, and I got so hyped, man. He's such a freaking talented actor. Like, I could see him
He is.
some grizzled, fucking old dirty bastard there, man. Jeez.
Yeah, that's I almost went down a tangent about the DC universe, but I think that'll be another time. And we're gonna remain focused on The Boys. Yeah, that's about everything I wanted to talk about. Like, overall, like, it's a great show. There's a lot of good. There's a great story to be seen. Like, a lot of twists and turns. And when you think one thing, the show will challenge you and say, no, it's actually this. Like, oh, okay. Oh, that's cool too. So,
yeah, it challenges that perspective, and that, and it creates a new light on things. And I fully believe, man, like, if we lived in a world where there were superheroes, I get a sense that this is kind of how it would be, unfortunately. Like, just through corporations, through
I do imagine, like, this is probably like more of a reality of how superheroes would be. They'd be monetized. They'd be more like walking products than anything else.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, and I think that was like the crazy. One thing that I've really enjoyed about The Boys too is that they create that realism, but also something like, you look at the end of like Homelander, and kind of like Homelander's throughout arc, and it kind of reminded me a lot of like the Trump supporters.
Oh yeah.
I got that.
No, I see that.
Neo-Nazis.
Yeah. Neo-Nazis that apparently celebrate death when Homelander blew a motherfucker at the end of season 3.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so there's things like that I could see that it would go down to for all of that. But yeah, man, I mean, overall, this was an amazing season, and I look forward to season 4. Like we were saying in the beginning of this episode, that we'll see how things are by the time season 4 comes around, whether we're gonna do episode by episode, or if we're just gonna do a half, or just a full season review of that.
Yeah, only time will tell. But overall rating, once again, it does make the cut. I genuinely can't wait for season 4, whenever that may be, whether it's like next year or 2 years from now. I know it'll be worth the wait. My only fear is that they're setting the bar really high, and it's going to be always hard to try to maintain that same quality or surpass it.
Yeah, no, it's true, and we've seen that with countless shows. I mean, where
Simpsons.
Yes, whether it goes, it overstays its welcome, or it's very rare. There's a few very rare episodes that actually, once the series ended on a very high note. Like, I'm thinking like Sopranos type of way. And that's the thing that I don't know how long The Boys are going to be lasting for, but as long as they don't end up like with something, like I know it's a series that I'm trying to finish up right now is the Game of Thrones. And where they completely just like, and I don't really see this series going in that type of route of where they can drop the ball on the final thing, but they can go out like something like Seinfeld, go out while you're at the very top, and just kind of wrap up everything. I could see them probably going to like maybe 5 or 6. That's probably where I could see them.
Like from my experience, usually after the 4th or 5th season, that's when qualities usually start to drop anyway. So I'd be okay if it ended in 5th season or the 6th season. Just because we've seen time and time again when they try to milk something, i.e., Walking Dead. Well, I still love Walking Dead. Like I'm rewatching right now actually, and season 1 still holds up. It's still a great fucking watch, but obviously, like if you try to milk it, you try to monetize it, and you try to sell it, we're going to see right through it, and we're not going to bite anymore.
That's true. Like I kind of tailed off after season 5 of Walking Dead.
Yeah, like after the governor. Actually, I'm gonna stop ourselves right there. I'm not talking about Walking Dead, even though
we should.
We probably should Yeah, we should. Yeah,
I'd be down.
Let us know in the comments. You guys.
Yeah. There's so many different spin-offs now of that show.
Yeah, now there's Tales of the Walking Dead, which has Terry Crews. I love Terry Crews. I'm almost tempted in watching it, but from what I'm seeing with people, they're just like, it's alright. It's subpar. Like, oh, okay, I guess never mind.
What's that other one? There's Tales, and then there's another
Fear
one.
of the Walking Dead.
Fear of the Walking Dead. I wanted to watch that one because that's like a prequel.
Yeah, I watched the first season. It wasn't half bad. Yeah, but it was fine. It felt more like something to scratch that Walking Dead itch, and it felt more like foreplay for the main course.
Fair enough. But yeah, man. Overall, The Boys, I'd say it makes the cut once again, and yeah, we're gonna whore ourselves once more. If you lasted this long, first of all, thank you. Yeah, thank you for listening, and hope you're having a great day. And if you feel like we are worthy enough, please give us a like, comment, subscribe, share, and we'll catch you in the next one.